So I had a pretty good conversation with a colleague of mine today, and we just kind of go back and forth about different things, and it gave me the thought. We ended up talking about Jonah, and I'll start off like this. I always teach people who I meet and who allows me to teach them. I always teach them that every human being has a gift that the Creator has given to us. Um, we have several gifts that the Creator has given to all of us. The problem is sometimes we're so busy looking at somebody else's gift that God has given them that we don't recognize the gift that God has given to us. For example, she was telling me about, you know, the the pianist at her church. She said his spirit, I can tell he feels some type of way about me, and I don't know why. Like I just say I stand and I sing, and I do what God tells me to do. And a lot of times, people will see the gift that God has in you and ignore the gift that God has inside of them. So she told him that he's a very gifted pianist. And even hours after the service, the music that he played, she could still feel it, and she was still able to worship. And he just kind of gave her a thumbs up. Instead of accepting that this is the gift that God has given me to bless humanity with. Sometimes we're so busy looking at everybody else's gifts that we don't see the gifts that God has placed inside of us. There is I'm a movie buff, okay? Think about the character Syndrome in that movie, The Incredibles. He was jealous because the Incredibles were incredible. So he created all these gadgets to make himself incredible. And he said the line, with my gadgets, everybody will be special. And if everybody is special, no one is. And you could look at that in a negative way because he meant it in a negative way. But there's also some truth about that. Like when we encounter these gifted people that God has given the gift of prophecy to, or, the gift of singing or the gift of dance, there are so many gifts. We all can't be a singer, And so where Syndrome meant it for evil, I'm meaning it for good, that we all have our own spiritual gifts that the Most High, the Creator, has given to us. And if we stop looking at our neighbor and wishing that we had what they had, if we stop looking at their light and start looking at us, what are we good at? What has God endowed me with? Then a lot of jealousy, it would just disappear because then everybody would learn to work with each other. Isn't that the issue with what's going on in this world? Certain people want everything for themselves. Certain people seem to have everything going on about themselves. And the people who feel like they have nothing going for themselves are trying to destroy the people who seem like they have everything. We all have our own gifts. If we don't operate in it, of course, I'm going to look at somebody else's light and wish I had it. So, I don't know. I just wanted to encourage you to find your own light. Find your light and shine your light. And stop looking at other people's light, because Their light is supposed to help you and encourage you to shine your own. And when you shine your own, somebody else will see you shining your light, and then their light will shine. So, I don't know. I hope this is encouraging.